Hello, faithful YouTubeites, and welcome to Automophiliac, the channel I use as a therapeutic outlet for my automotive addiction. And also, welcome to this episode of Cars I Want to Buy, where I review a car ad I found somewhere on the internet, give some history on the car that's featured in the ad, and discuss why I want to buy it. And why do I do this? Because I can't afford any more cars, and even if I could, I have nowhere to put them. Hopefully this process helps me get the bug out of my system and maybe even make some new car friends along the way. Today's car features this super amazingly terrible 1980 Plymouth Volare. Only this Volare is no ordinary Volare. This Volare is a Roadrunner. That's right, if you had the opportunity to buy an original Roadrunner in 1968 and you said to yourself, nah, I'll wait 12 years. This is what would be waiting for you at the end. Depressing? You bet your old Aunt Bertha it is. This particular Roadrunner is being sold by Prairie West Automotive in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. According to the ad, it has some interesting features. Some are good, like new paint, new tires, dual exhaust, and a mint interior. It apparently also had an engine swap at some point because the ad quotes it as having a 360 V8, when the largest V8 offered in the Roadrunner trim was a 318 in 1980. One peculiar item included on this features list, however, is a 2-speed power glide transmission, which seems wrong to me, but maybe someone slapped it in there during the swap. I defer to you experts out there. Is this a popular swap? Put a power glide into a malaise era Mopar? I don't know. You tell me. So what exactly is a 1980 Roadrunner? Well, as I alluded to earlier, it's not the sweet purpose-built Mopar muscle car of the late 1960s. Unfortunately, it's just a sporty trim level to a superbly underwhelming Plymouth Volare. The Volare was introduced in the 1976 model year as a replacement for the Valiant. A rebatch sibling of the Dodge Aspen, the Volare was underpinned by Chrysler Corp's compact F-body platform. The Roadrunner package was available from 1976 until the Volare was discontinued after the 1980 model year. Despite having two V8 options, performance was decidedly un-Roadrunner-like. The 360 was the largest engine option and it only put out 170 horsepower, which is a real bummer in a car that weighs almost 3,500 pounds. The only V8 option for 1980 was the 318, and by this time peak power was down to a dismal 120 horsepower. The Roadrunner is a legendary mark, but Chrysler Corp did a great job of killing it off by associating with the Volare and completely undermining its reputation. A Roadrunner was a badass car with a silly name and a horn-tone license from Warner Brothers. It was a crazy concept with amazing results. Putting the name on the Volare was equally crazy, but the results were unfortunately far from amazing. Like a washed-up movie star appearing on a Sunday afternoon infomercial to endorse the latest plastic piece of crap from a Mazo Corp, Chrysler Corp whored out the good name of one of its straight-line performance masterpieces for the sake of wringing a few more bucks out of it. Then they threw it away, with their eyes set on the front-wheel drive world domination. It was the final nail in the coffin for the golden age of muscle cars. Tragically, it wasn't a quick death. No, it was a drawn-out affair, with each of the beneficiaries jockeying for their cut of the pie while this iconic nameplate rotted away until everything that was ever worth something about it was gone, and everyone who said they would take care of it simply turned their backs. So given all that, why do I want one? Well, I have a soft spot in my heart for these unfortunate malaise-era cars, especially ones that at least attempted to harken back to the glory days of the previous decade. I feel like with a few modifications, their engines can have new life breathed into them. From there, ultimate sleeper status is just around the corner. Given this car already has a larger V8 than it would have come with stock, albeit not the greatest performance engine ever designed, some of the legwork has already begun to make this snoozer into a real fun car. Also, overall, the Roadrunner looks like it's in really fantastic condition. The seats are nearly perfect. The body looks straight and rust-free, plus it's got some great 1970s brown and tan aesthetics. This is the best foundation for a great sleeper car. No one ever suspects the brown 1970s to 1980s crappy compacts. Not with that color anyway. I mean, everyone knows that a lime green car can only mean trouble, regardless of whether it has a boat anchor or a race engine under the hood. But brown? Nope. No one ever bats an eye. At least not until you light up those tires. Then they'll notice. So what says you? Is there any value to these unloved cars of the 1970s and 1980s? Can they be vindicated with some minor street mods, or will no measure of modification make a 1980 Volare Roadrunner an object of desire? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, please make sure to give a thumbs up. Also, please subscribe and ding that bell to get notified whenever I post new content. Until next time, TTFN.